So what do you get when you buy Sailor's least expensive 1911 Profit model versus Sailor's most expensive 1911 Profit model? I happen to have these two pens here today. They're both brand new, unopened. So I thought we could unbox them together and see what you get when you buy a $45 Sailor pen or a $450 Sailor pen. So the first thing you'll notice is the size difference in the boxes. The packaging looks very similar, but as we'll see in a minute, the boxes themselves are actually quite different, not just in size. But let's start with the $45 pen. So this, Sailor has a range of pens in this price point. They're practically the same pen in different colors. There's the Profit Casual line. There's this, which is part of their seasons line. So there's different colors for the different seasons. You can see the retail price here. There was a price increase over the past year or so. So now it's about 6,000 Japanese yen. But I looked online this morning. You can buy this pen for about $40 to $45 dollars here in the US. So this is what the box looks like. Let's open it up and see what we got. So pretty simple paper wrapper. We have Sailor's less expensive, simpler paper box. Nothing on it. And not the easiest to open. All right, and here is the pen. So we have the typical Sailor, what is this? Warranty card. We have more literature. Sailor's, oh, this is the authorized retailer card, I think. Yeah, this is where the authorized retailer would stamp the back of this. And here is the pen. So as you can see, this is the clear version of the pen. Quick disclaimer, I did have the retailer swap the nib for me. So this is not the nib that comes with the pen. This is a 14 karat, I think this is a zoom nib. So this is a zoom nib. So this pen comes with a standard stainless steel Sailor nib. This pen, the reason I say this is the cheapest of the Profit models. And by the way, I've always thought it's Profit. Sailor has Pro Gear, so Profit seems to make sense, but I've heard it called Profit. Not sure, I'm not a Sailor expert. I think it's Profit. The reason I say this is the least expensive of this line, I know Sailor makes another pen that's cheaper than this called the 1911. I think it's called the Compass. That pen is awful, and I don't believe it has the Profit moniker to it. So this, we're just going to say this is the cheapest from the Profit line. It's the pen that looks, it's the same size as the standard 1911 with the 14 karat nib. There's a stainless steel version of this pen in black that looks exactly like the regular 1911. And I think for 45 bucks, this pen represents a really nice value because you get really nice components. You get really nice, you get a really nice band here that has Sailor, 1911. You have the nice clip. It's a very nice material, nicely balanced, just an overall nice little pen. So that is what you get for about 45 bucks. Before we get to the other pen, I do have another version of the same pen here that I can show you real quick. This is just another version of the season series. This one is, I believe it's Autumn, red pen. Same thing. It comes with a stainless steel nib. This one has a 14 karat music nib on it, but same idea, same pen, different colors. Really nice little pen for 45 bucks. So that is what you get for your $45 pen. Let me keep this out so we can try to see how it writes later if we can get the ink cartridge flowing. All right, so that's 45 bucks. What do you get for about $450? This is the Sailor, what is this model called? The 1911 Profit Black Luster, I believe it is. There's a sister pen called the Imperial Black. They're both the same price. This retail price, 42,000 Japanese yen. The retail price here in the US is $479. So quite an expensive pen. I realize Sailor has more expensive pens than this. I'm excluding, collaborations, special editions, King of Pens, that type of thing. But in their normal 1911 Profit lineup, this is their most expensive standard offering. So let's open it and see what we have. So much bigger box, a little more complicated to open. You have this little sleeve here. And then the box itself is much nicer. So $45 Sailor box, or $45 pen box, $450. So much nicer. It's a soft, I think it's still made out of cardboard, but it's a softer material. Has the updated Sailor logo. And then when you open it, you have this pen. So you have this more complicated owner's manual, I guess. Same literature, same warranty, or same authorized retailer card. And then this is the pen, comes in a plastic wrapping. So if you take this out, and then you have this piece of paper, which is, I believe, the warning for the ion, the black ion nib. I can't read that, but yeah, I'm gonna assume this is the thing that tells you have to use Sailor ink because the ion plated nib could be damaged with other ink or whatever. But anyway, this is the black luster. You see it has a glossy black finish. The sister pen I mentioned earlier, the Imperial Black, has a matte black finish. That's actually one of my favorite Sailor pens. This one has the glossy finish. It has the dark black, or the dark rhodium, or whatever the trim is. It's a darker material than the typical chrome color trim. And then the star of the show, Sailor's 21 karat black ion plated nib. This particular pen, one difference between this and the Imperial Black, this has a metal section. So this is hit or miss with people. I think it's pretty cool. Some people find it slippery. The reason it's that way is, in the marketing materials at least, when you use the pen posted, and apparently from Sailor's marketing you're supposed to use this pen posted, the extra weighting of the metal section makes the pen more balanced in your hand. Maybe that's true. Lower center of gravity. So that is the black luster. So that's basically what you get for your $450 with Sailor. So if you compare the two pens, lowest cost, highest cost, you see the designs are very similar. So the main difference is really the quality of the materials is similar in terms of the body construction. It's just a size difference in terms of the materials of the pen body itself. And then of course the biggest difference, the difference in the nib sizes. Sailor's 21 karat nib is substantially bigger. So that's basically what we got. So these pens, neither I believe have a converter. I don't think I asked the retailer to put a converter. No, I didn't. So since this is the first time unboxing, you and I are gonna see if we can make these pens right. I haven't written with either of these pens before. You can see especially this one, the clear one, you can see is completely unused. So let's see if we can make these right. So first of all, let's see if I can manage to open the Sailor ink cartridge that comes with this. Oh, That's easier than I thought. All right, so black ink it is. So let's get the literature out of the way. And let's start with the $45 version. So this here, I'm gonna give it a little squeeze to prime the feed. Hopefully that works. And then in the meantime, let me also ink up this 21 karat or this black luster as well. So we can hopefully get this ready when we're ready to have it right. I can tell you, trying to do this with a tripod in the way is interesting. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this video. All right, how do we put, I hardly use Sailor cartridges, so I'm actually not super familiar with how to put them in. So let's try to squeeze this to prime the feed. All right, hopefully these right. So I can show you, or you and I can find out together how they write. So here I have a Muji notebook, not the most high quality paper, but let's see how these do. So this, not primed yet. There we go. Okay, so again, not a super fair comparison. I had the retailer swap out the nib. So this is a Sailor 14 karat zoom nib. First impressions, not the most impressive nib. It's not super refined. I mean, it works, obviously. I'm not in love with the feedback. It feels a bit like a Pilot 14 karat nib, where it feels like you're like sort of painting on the page. It's very consistent, but it's not anything special in my opinion, but works really well. Zoom nib, the party trick is supposedly the higher angles you hold it, you get a fairly thin line, and then the lower angles you get a thicker line, which performs as advertised. So I'll talk a bit about just the feel of the pen, because this nib is actually, in itself is more than the $45, but from a $45 just a pen experience, pretty nice pen, a little on the thin side, very well balanced. The length is really nice. It's a little thin for my hands, but the length is really nice. So pretty comfortable to use, and really it's just an impressive amount of quality you get for the price. Because if you think about what else you can get for this price range from the Japanese manufacturers, there's pens like the Platinum Cool. Pilot doesn't really have an answer in this price range. They have a Prera. They used to have a Lucina, which was also very nice, but since discontinued. So in this price range, to get this amount of quality, I'd say this least expensive Profit line is a good pen. Pretty cool. Not my favorite nib, but really can't really complain about the pen. Let's take a look at the big boy. So, not sure if the ink is primed enough. Oh, check that out. Oh, that is much thinner than I expected, to be honest. Oh, the joys of writing with these pens for the first time. All right, so this is a Sailor. Wow, that's really thin. Let me make sure that's primed all the way. That's a really fine line. I have to check the width of the nib. I thought I bought a medium nib, but I guess you and I are gonna find out together. Where's my camera? All right, so Oh, you probably can't see. I'll look. 21 karat. Yeah, that is a medium nib. So, that is, well, we have just found the thinnest medium nib sailor in my collection. All right, so this is a Sailor 21 karat medium. I'm gonna put quotes there because that writes like, honestly, I have Sailor medium fine nibs that are broader than that. This is the Black Luster. This is the 42K Japanese yen, or in the US, $479 is the retail price. You can find this cheaper. I don't recommend paying this price, but that is what Sailor's US distributor asks for the pen. And, you know, it's a nice pen. Is it worth $479? In my opinion, no. But that's what you get in terms of the least expensive and the most expensive of Sailor's Profit pens. Just to put this into perspective, if you're looking at these prices, $45 and $450 or more than $450, you can buy 10 of these pens for the price of this one. So just to put some perspective there, is it worth 10 times more? No. Is it nicer? Absolutely. So hope that was interesting. I thought I'd just make a quick video since I had both of these pens handy and unboxed and unused. So hope it was fun to figure out how these things write with me. I'm really quite surprised by this pen. I haven't ever used a Sailor medium nib that is this thin. I have quite a few Sailor medium nibs. I tend to like medium from Sailor, and they tend to write a lot more, a lot broader than this one. So interesting. We'll see if I end up keeping these pens, but hope it was fun to take a look at them with me, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching.